Macca's Guides.
Hey everyone, Macca here, continuing with Resident Evil 4 Remake, hopping on board with Chapter 11. At the very beginning of the chapter, you'll see a very obvious merchant pretty much directly in front of you. He is also standing in front of an elevator. You can take that elevator down to shooting ranges 3A, 3B, and 3C, which are definitely the toughest so far, and you'll need to use some tricks like shooting the dynamite in order to clear these. Next up, you'll reach the mines. There will be a bunch of enemies here, so be careful. They can be pretty tough, and ammo's pretty hard to come by in the last few chapters. But once you take them all out, if you go up the steps and to your right from where you entered and look up, you'll see the hanging container, which you can shoot down and grab the Sapphire inside. You'll then interact with the controls, which will put the drawbridge down, so you can now cross and get the dynamite, which is the key item here that we're going to need to progress the story. But if you kind of go a little bit further along the path after the dynamite and hang a left-hand turn in this small tunnel, you'll find the golden hourglass. A little bit later on in the chapter, you will go past the blast furnace. You'll end up at this checkpoint. I recommend using the save here just in case, and then you'll hop into a minecart. And this happens in two parts, but basically there's a missable achievement / trophy called Hope You Like Thrill Rides, and it's for making it through both of the minecart sections in the tunnel without taking any damage. And you'll see your damage in the bottom left-hand corner. Just make sure that if at any point you take damage, or if at any point you're about to finish this minecart section and you're not at 100%, that you just pause the game and reload your last checkpoint. I'm not going to show the entire minecart trip here, as it's pretty self-explanatory and only lasts about 3 minutes. If you get hit, you can reload the last checkpoint and you'll basically have everything memorized. Just make sure that you are at full health when you come to your first stop at the stopover. Now, once at the stopover itself, there will be 2 more collectibles. After getting off of the minecart, you can walk forward and watch out for the enemies, which I've already taken out. Go up the stairs and then turn into the building directly on your right. And if you look up and on the ledge, you can find Castellan number 11. So take that out. Additionally, here you can find a Flagon. Does anyone know what that even means? Or I'm not 100% sure. I can see what it is, but I don't actually know this word. You can find that in the chest on the balcony. Just after the stopover, you can get prepared for Hope You Like Thrill Rides Part 2, the second of all 2 minecart sections. This one also lasts about 3 minutes in total from beginning to end. And if you take damage, immediately pause and reload the last checkpoint, as this minecart ride ends in a cinematic. If you reach that cinematic with 100% health on your minecart, the achievement or trophy should unlock. Last but not least, for this chapter, you will reach the Hive, and there's a merchant request here which we'll be able to complete right away, as well as a gold bar treasure. So once you drop down because you can't reach the elevator, you'll walk across the path and notice the pretty obvious merchant request in front of you. You don't have to pick it up, but it helps you kind of get an idea of what we're going to do. Now watch out for all of the insect enemies that are flying around, but if you go up the main path here and then look up at the main hive directly in front of you, you should see the kind of beating yellow eyes in the hive, or the, you know, the blisters, whatever you want to call them. Shoot all 4 of them, but from here you can only see the first 3. Use a pistol or a sniper rifle, whatever you're comfortable with, whatever you have ammo for. Now from here we can move on and grab the treasure. To find the treasure, continue up the main path and you should see an explosive barrel in front of you. If you shoot this explosive barrel specifically, it should clear a hole in the wall that will allow you to gain access to a tunnel with treasure at the end. This is also a large gold bar, so it trades for even more. Last but not least for this chapter, let's complete the merchant request by exiting the tunnel and heading up the hill towards the elevator, looking up as we exit back into the chasm. Here you should be able to locate the 4th Hive blister, take it out, and that's that. Thank you for watching. Drop a like on the video, share it with a friend. Special thanks to everyone on Patreon for supporting the show. Peace.